Good news, Sudsers. The entire family is on the mend, which is very, very good for everything, really. The kids actually have their energy back, and I'm starting to feel a little bit more normal, so it's all good. Happy about that because I have a crap ton of stuff that I need to get done because I was taking it sort of easy, and therefore that means not doing everything. The making of the soaps and the keeping of the house and all of that. So I've got energy to do that, but instead of doing it, I'm here with you procrastinating because I'd rather be doing this. Really? That's it. That's what I have for you today. I mean, I'm making soaps. I talked about it yesterday. We're doing Ursula today, and you can also read. So you knew that anyway when you clicked on, but I will do my thing because it's my thing and send you to my intro. But before I do, I say hello. I am Mrs. Soap and Clay. Let's make stuff. How's it going, Sudsers? Welcome back to the channel. You are at Soap and Clay, where we make all the soapy things. And you are here for day 248 of 365 days of soap. Yeah, and today we are making Ursula's bar. Now, as I said yesterday, when I was talking about recreating somebody else's designs, these are somebody else's designs. These are the former Soapprentice's designs, and a wholesale account still orders these every once in a while, so I had to learn how to make something that I did not initially design. It's a very interesting thing. I get a lot of questions about that just on the channel in general, people asking me if it's okay if they use this design. First and foremost, of course it is. I don't think there's a single actual unique design in soap making on the planet at this point. And second, we all really do draw our inspiration from each other all of the time to continue our soaping journey. That's part of the cool part of the whole soap making community. So for sure. But I think third, as I showed yesterday, yeah, I mean, inspired by someone else's design, but I didn't nail it. It's definitely still basically my design because I didn't do it the way she had originally done so. So, absolutely, use people's designs, draw some inspiration and creativity from there, and, credit people when you can. But if you don't, that's fine too. It's all part of this cool soapy community. So, let's get to the Ursula bar, which I do credit the former Soapprentice for having designed. And let's see if I messed this one up as badly as I messed up yesterday's. Okay, so Ursula's bar is today, you guys, and basically the same concept as yesterday. Black on the bottom representing Ursula's, bottom, and then purple representing, well, Ursula, and then white for that big shock of cool hair. And inside of this, actually, there will be a melt and pour embed that the Soapprentice did circular, has always done circular, to represent the shell necklace that, Ursula's or Ariel's voice was caught in, that Ursula wore. And, all the things. Anyway, the first problem with all of this, well, the first not problem is I poured this directly after the Ariel bar and went, oh, okay, let's turn on the heat in here, Miss Ma'am, and, make it not as cold. And also make sure you actually get this to an emulsion. So yay, doing better already. Love that for me. The problem with all of this, though, was I could not. So I use these silicone molds that come in like 2 pieces, you know. Got them all from Brambleberry. And so anytime that I need to do embeds like this for like a loaf, I use these. And I have them in all sorts of shapes, right? I have them in like flower and some moons and some hearts and some butterflies and some circles. Actually, I have a shit ton of circles. Like, they sent me the wrong thing once and I just never bothered because I'd ordered like 5 different types of silicone molds. And instead of sending me 5 different ones, they just sent me 5 of the circles. And I'm like, well, they'll get used, so I guess it's fine. And whatever I ordered, I don't really need, was my thinking. Anyway, point is, I had so many of these circular silicone column molds from Brambleberry, and I could only find 1/2 of a circle. And so that was not the best thing. And I looked everywhere, like 19 different times, and I could not find them until I freaking did. And they were right in front of my freaking face, but it didn't matter. No, it didn't matter for this pour because this pour had already been done. And then I literally walk outside the soap shop and I have this thing where I keep the dirty dishes, and they were there because I had just used them yesterday and I forgot. So anyway, after looking around forever for that and not finding them, I went ahead and went, well, I wonder what this would do. Because I had 1/2 of a circle and I had both halves of a heart just there. And so I took 1/2 of the heart-shaped silicone mold and 1/2 of the circle mold. And it ended up actually being really cool, guys. It ended up looking like a shell, which you'll see, you know, when we look at the thing. But yeah, that was fun. And then it made me want to do other weird things, like putting together the mismatched things of the other 2-part silicone molds to see what kind of fun shapes I could do for those. I liked it, was the point. I was a fan for sure. But with this, as you can see, definitely thicker for sure. And I did actually wait a reasonable amount of time between pours for all of these to make sure that everything was set up and nice and firm before putting the next layer on, because I did not want to have to burn another 12 soaps for this order, and I just didn't want to. So I learned from yesterday's mistakes, but this is actually something that is sort of important because, as I said, so many people are always asking me if it's okay if they use the design that I just showed in a video. And like, that is so nice of you to ask. That's just so nice. Like, what a great human you are for asking, for sure. But 2, yeah, of course you can. You saw it on the internet. You saw it in a rap video once. Yeah, make the thing, do the thing. Those of us who make videos, we do it for inspiration for you as much as, like, you know, education or just for our own, look how pretty this is. But for me, it really is inspiration and education. And so, yeah, if you see something of mine that you like, make it. That's fine. And if you make a video on it, you can or cannot credit me on it. That's fine too. For those that I, you know, make inspired by somebody else's pour, like Capiamera or Lisa from I Dream in Soap, or Tree Marie Soap, or whatever. Or anytime I'm doing an Amy Warden Soap challenge, yeah, you know, if I remember the things or whatever, I totally credit. That said, even my quote-unquote original designs, right? They are inspired by somebody else's pour that I saw this one time, mostly. You know? Like a teardrop pour. Well, yeah, I've used those in a whole bunch of different ways in life, but that doesn't mean it's my unique design. It ends up being my unique bar for sure, but somebody else showed me a teardrop at some point. I did not create that. And probably, arguably, the person that gets credited for having created X, Y, or Z probably didn't create it either. And it's okay. That's part of the beauty. Oh, wait, no, show us first. Show. Yeah, show it. See? Look, it's half heart, it's half circle. It looks like a shell. But yeah, part of the beauty of actually being in the soap community is just that, is getting inspiration from each other and, you know, making soaps based on something that we saw that we quite like. And as much as everybody likes to, you know, grouse about newbies asking for recipes or design ideas or whatever on soap forums, because there's always someone. If somebody comes on and says, hey, I need help with a recipe, does anybody have any recipes they can, you know, give me? So many people will be assholes and be like, no, I would never give my recipe up. Okay, you guys, it's just soap. Calm down. Or when people say, show me your spring soaps for inspiration, there will always be at least one asshole there too that's like, no, I'm sorry, but this is mine and I'm not going to just make your life easy. I'm sorry. We all do the exact same thing. We look at color palettes, we look at soap designs, we look at all the things to build the next soap. So that's ridiculous. Yeah, use the design. If you like it and, you know, whatever, do it. I have seen actually Sudsers have tagged me in some really cool, gorgeous designs that they have, like they saw my mango White Claw soaps, which I need to make some more of actually because summer's coming up. And they saw that design and quite liked it. And they took that design and like didn't make White Claw soaps with it, but made some really beautiful things with color palettes that I never would have even thought to do. And it's gorgeous. It's their own thing. So yeah, no. The long answer to that short question is of course, you can do that. And again, I'm going back to thank you for asking because that's so nice. But even this, like the Soapprentice created this to look like, you know, Ursula-esque. And this was her design, but we didn't invent embeds and layers, you know? So it's not exactly us. It's a product of just being a part of this whole amazing soaping community that really does get inspiration from each other, and theoretically we all like hold each other up and celebrate all of the beauty because it is art. It is usable art, and I mean it's cool to draw inspiration from this, that, or the other. Anyway, that whole pour, so nice, you guys, so nice for sure. I have high hopes for this. It's going to be a good time. I don't think I've messed this one up nearly as badly as I messed up yesterday's. Is it bad or badly? You feel bad when you perform badly. Some really mean boy that I dated once told me that because I misused bad or badly, and it's always stuck with me. I don't know. This actually will get C-popped and gelled because I want that purple to stay, and I'm not worried about that embed inside because it's a big one. So let's go check out this cut and see what I did. Okay, and on to the cut. Now, for this guy, it is very, very shiny, very, very pretty. I love it very, very much. And look at the purple. Oh God, you guys, I'm so bad at purple. I'm so glad the Soapprentice kept good notes on what she used for, you know, things, because my God, I'm bad at purple, and I was actually concerned about this. And it sucks that I'm bad at purple because, as you know, purple is my favorite color. But for this, I'm not going to actually use the soap cutter to cut the soaps. I'm just going to use it to score it. And then I will take a knife to the, you know, scored areas and cut everything with a regular knife. The reason for that is this embed inside is actually pretty big. I think it weighs about 6 ounces in total, and I think it's a 1 inch in diameter-esque. Look how cute that is. So cute. Let's move on to the rest of the cuts wherein I just like tease you and just cut them all together and then don't show you another bar. But because it's a melt and pour embed there, and melt and pour soap is a little bit too firm to use like a cheese cutter or, you know, a wire cutter, soap cutter. I do prefer, because I've broken way too many wires on the cutter, and you guys have seen a few of those breaks. I wasn't going to risk it at this point. Mr. Soap and Clay is already so busy right now. And I keep trying to repair this thing because I keep breaking the wires, because I keep cutting inappropriate things. And I was not going to do that. I didn't have time. So I took it out of the cutter after, again, scoring the bars and cut it with a knife, which is what I recommend you doing if you have embeds that are too big. And again, look at that. It's totally cute. That is totally Ariel, or Ursula, excuse me. And the seashell. It looks like a seashell. See? Like, it was the Soapprentice's design, but I ended up making it kind of my own, just by not being able to find the other side of the round silicone mold, really. But it's cute. It looks way more like a seashell than it did before. It was a happy accident. And yeah, to the rest, it actually looks a lot like hers, except the Soapprentice always had glycerin rivers in the black part, and I don't for this one, which is interesting. But, you know, inspired by the Soapprentice's design, and it's gorgeous. It's totally Ursula. That totally works, and I have exactly none problem delivering this to the client. That's day 248, the Ursula bar, someone else's design. Yeah, so all things considered, not bad. Not bad. That one was pretty good. My biggest problem was not being able to find the other side of a proper round silicone mold to pour the column embed for the necklace. But taking half of a, circle and half of a heart-shaped mold ended up creating something that totally looked like a shell. So that was cool. I was very excited about that one for sure. Everything else, yeah, it went the way that I expected it to go. And it looks pretty dead on. So that was good. That's one less that I had to remake, really. Because I did have to remake the bars from yesterday. But as I said yesterday, they turned out. So if you're interested in the Ursula bars, you can't get them from me. They can be found at a dropintheoceanshop.com. And she actually might be sold out at this point, because it's been a little crazy over there. So I don't know. Go check it out for sure. I will definitely link her stuff below so you can go see. Soapandclay.com will be up soon. I promise. We're getting there. I'm really glad that you guys joined me for another round of 365 days of soap today. A big special extra thank you, as always, to my sudsers. You're what keeps me going and keeps me company while I am sick and just really wanting to feel very comfy and cozy. So thank you. I'm out of here for today, but I will see you all again tomorrow for another round of soapy fun. Bye.